Oh, hello there, and welcome to Veterans Medals Workshop. I'm Frank Foster, your host, and our mission here is, well, to explain every military award from the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard, and even the Merchant Marine if you want us to. So, let's get started. Hey, welcome. It's a great show today because we're going to take a look at all of the medals that every United States Navy Vietnam veteran would have earned during their service. And there were over 2 million United States sailors that served in Vietnam, from the Mekong Delta to the lower part of South Vietnam, training the South Vietnam Navy, all the way up to Haiphong Harbor. And not only are we going to look at the medals, we're going to say what they earned after the first 30 days in Vietnam, after the first 6 months, and at the end of tour. And we're going to do something you'll not see anywhere else in the world. We're going to take a look at all of the South Vietnamese Navy awards that many U.S. sailors would have been awarded by a grateful government of the Republic of Vietnam. And to top it all, we're going to go step by step on how you put together a Vietnam Veterans Navy display case. I think you'll find this really interesting, and you won't see it anywhere else. So, come on, let's go take a look. Using a young Navy Petty Officer 3rd Class as our example, he would have been already authorized the National Defense Service Medal by the time he arrived offshore Vietnam. It was for 120 consecutive days of service between, well, in this case, January 1961 and August of 1974. The front of the medal shows the American bald eagle with inverted wings standing on a sword and palm branch and contains the word National Defense. The reverse has the United States shield amidst an oak leaf and a laurel spray. Symbolically, of course, the eagle is the national emblem of the United States, and the sword represents the armed forces, and the palm is symbolic of victory. If you want to know more about the National Defense Service Medal, we have an entire video on it. The 30 days consecutive service, or 60 days of non-consecutive days serving in the waters off of Vietnam or in Vietnam, Laos, Cambodia, or Thailand. So at this point, our young petty officer would have 2 medals, the National Defense Service Medal and the Vietnam Service Medal. And in this case, I show it with 2 campaign stars, and that could very easily happen within 30 days with overlapping campaigns. The unit award below the 2 medals is the Republic of Vietnam Gallantry Cross Unit Citation, and I will talk to that in just a moment. To point out that the Armed Forces Expeditionary Medal was awarded to all naval personnel for earlier service in Vietnam from, well, July the 1st, 1958 to July of 1965. Personnel who receive the Armed Forces Expeditionary Medal can be awarded the Vietnam Service Medal in lieu of it, but they're not authorized to keep both awards for the same Vietnam service. The Republic of Vietnam Gallantry Cross Unit Citation was a unit award authorized to every member of the armed forces who served in Vietnam. The Vietnamese Gallantry Cross Unit Citation is the equivalent of a personal decoration of the Republic of Vietnam Gallantry Cross awarded at the Army level with palm, but it is a unit award. The front of the Vietnam Campaign Medal depicts an oriental dragon behind a grove of bamboo trees, and below the base of the trees is the inscription, Republic of Vietnam Service. The reverse of the medal depicts a crossbow with a torch through the center and contains the inscription, United States of America, along the bottom edge. The colors of the suspension drape and the ribbon suggest the flag of the Republic of Vietnam, and the red stripes represent the 3 ancient Vietnamese empires. The green represents the Vietnam jungle. Bronze and silver stars are authorized to signify the participation in any one of the 17 designated campaigns during the Vietnam War, and I'll touch on those very briefly. Bronze star represents 1 campaign. When you reach 5 campaigns, you would use a silver star as shown on the ribbon bar. Over to your right, the 2 bronze stars on the medal indicate 2 campaigns. The Navy is interesting in that if you are mounting the medals for wear and they overlap, and the overlapping would cover up one of the campaign stars, the Navy allows you to mount the stars vertically, kind of like the Air Force, but only when you need to. The Navy and the Army designated 17 campaigns for the Vietnam War starting in 1962 all the way through 1973. The Air Force had 17 campaigns, but they named them differently. After 6 months service in Vietnam or off the waters of Vietnam, our young petty officer would be authorized the Vietnamese Campaign Medal. The Republic of Vietnam Campaign Medal is a white six-pointed star with cut-lined broad gold star points between and a central green disc with a map of Vietnam, sometimes in silver, sometimes in gold, surrounded with 3 painted flames in red signifying the 3 regions of Vietnam. The reverse of the medal contains the inscription Vietnam in a lined circle, and the name of the medal is inscribed in Vietnamese text at the upper and lower edges. The device, an integral part of this award, is a silver ribbon on the suspension ribbon and on the ribbon bar inscribed 1960, and was evidently intended to include a terminal date for the hostilities. There are many examples of the medal found with devices inscribed with other dates, but the only version with 1960 on it is authorized U.S. naval personnel. So in this display, we see our young petty officer has completed his tour in Vietnam and also received a Navy Good Conduct Medal, one of the oldest military medals in United States history, and it is awarded for above-average professional performance, behavior, leadership, military appearance, and good conduct over a 3-year period of active, continuous service. Time out for just a second. I want to take a moment and say thank you to Medals of America in Fountain Inn, South Carolina, for generously providing all of the badges, medals, patches, and insignia that you see. They take good care of us, and if you need any military insignia, I recommend you try them. Thank you. So at the end of a tour extending at least 6 months, our sailor would have earned the National Defense Service Medal, the U.S. Vietnam Service Medal with appropriate campaign stars, the Vietnam Campaign Medal, the Republic of Vietnam Gallantry Cross Unit Citation, and with exemplary duty for at least 3 years, the Good Conduct Medal. A number of U.S. Navy personnel receive Vietnamese Navy awards, and we'll just quickly review some of them. The first one on your left is Republic of Vietnam Navy Distinguished Service Order, first class with a rosette, second class without the rosette, and it was mainly for senior Vietnamese and Allied naval officers. Well, you could call it the Admiral's Medal. The next medal was the Republic of Vietnam Navy Meritorious Service Medal, and it was for petty officers and sailors who were cited for exceptional achievement or for wounds in combat. The design seems to be a ship's wheel enclosing a compass rose. Next medal with the gold anchor on the ribbon was the Vietnamese Navy Gallantry Cross, and it was awarded to Navy personnel for coolness and heroism when foul weather or in combat. And it came in 3 classes. The gold anchor was first class, the silver anchor was second class, and the bronze anchor was third class. Next 2 medals were the Armed Forces Honor Medal, first and second class. It was a non-combat achievements award, mainly to Navy personnel for helping train and organize and provide technical data to the South Vietnamese Navy. Next medal with the diagonal red and white stripes was the Staff Service Medal, and that was awarded to American naval advisors who spent at least 6 months advising the South Vietnamese Navy. The next Vietnamese medal was the Technical Service Medal, and it was awarded for outstanding professionalism as a technical advisor. It was frequently awarded to American naval advisors. First class is shown here. Medal with a pink and white ribbon was the Training Service Medal, and that was awarded to naval instructors and cadre at the Vietnamese military training schools. With the dark green ribbon and the faded red stripes was the Civil Actions Medal. It was awarded to a lot of naval personnel for outstanding achievement in the field of civil affairs. It also had a Civil Action Unit Award. Final 3 medals are variations of the Navy Service Medal. They were awarded to Allied personnel for completion of missions at sea for a certain period of time. The first version you see is the one that was commonly made in Vietnam, and yes, those are stylized silver whales as the attachment on the ribbon. The second version is extremely rare, very hard to find, and the final version is the one that was commonly awarded, and actually that one was made in the United States. Usually the award of a South Vietnamese medals came with a very decorative certificate as shown here. The Medals and Insignia of the Republic of Vietnam is the only book in the world that I know of that covers all of the military medals and civilian medals of the Republic of Vietnam for its 20 years. It's available for you on Amazon, and if you order today, you could probably have it by this weekend. Using this very nice Navy Vietnam Veterans display case, I'd like to walk you through all of the items a veteran could use to display his service in Vietnam. The display case tells the story of a veteran's service to our country, and one of the most personal touches a veteran can do is put a picture of themselves in uniform into the display case. Another nice touch is to use a branch of service, in this case a Navy medallion, as a central focal point, so there's no doubt this is the United States Navy case. Navy veterans who've earned special qualification or skill badges should display those, such as this Surface Warfare Badge for those who perform duties aboard U.S. surface warships. Navy ratings also tell the skills and the rank of a veteran sailor, and there are also insignia for warrant officers and officers that tell their specialty. A veteran's decorations, service medals, and foreign awards each have a unique criteria, history, and symbolism, and they are a major focal point of every veteran's display. Medal and ribbon attachments like this Bronze Star are very important for telling the participation in a certain campaign or the number of awards, so let me show you some examples. These attachments are very important. For example, the gold V on the ribbon in the top left shows it was awarded for valor. The two gold stars on the next ribbon indicate a second and third award. The bronze star on the Good Conduct Medal indicates it's a second award, while the silver star on the Vietnam Service Medal indicates 5 campaigns. Another unique and personal item to put into a display case is a dog tag as a memento of what the veteran wore every day of his service. Commemorative medals such as this Honorable Service Commemorative Medal are often used by veterans to represent something that is personally significant to them or to represent an item which is, well, appears insignificant otherwise. Oh, one more thing. If you enjoy these programs, please give us a like or even better subscribe. I mean, really, it's a lot better for us if you subscribe because that'll keep us on the air. Okay, let's get back to the program. Here are several examples of popular commemorative medals. The first one was the Combat Action Commemorative Medal that represents the Combat Action Ribbon. Another commemorative medal for combat service to indicate that the individual is in combat. And then, for example, the award of the Vietnamese Gallantry Cross Unit Citation can be represented by the Vietnamese Gallantry Cross Commemorative Medal. Veterans should display their ribbon-only awards like this prestigious Navy Combat Action Ribbon shown here, followed by the Presidential Unit Citation. And, well, let me show you some examples of unit awards. The Presidential Unit Citation, the Joint Meritorious Unit Award, the Navy Unit Commendation, the Meritorious Unit Commendation, and the Navy E. There are also other ribbon-only awards that are made to individuals for completion of certain training or specific assignment for which there is no medal. Perhaps one of the most significant items that makes a great display case is the brass ID plate that identifies each medal, and that makes it easy for family members and for guests who don't know what a medal stands for to easily recognize what it is. Another item that really goes well in a display case is the Navy Collar Rank Badge. It's something that every veteran wore almost every day. Without a doubt, one of the most important things in any display case is the brass plate at the bottom, which tells the who, what, when, where. In this case, when Jason served as a petty officer second class on the USS Oriskany in Vietnam waters. A display case like this of a Navy veteran's military heritage will be handed down generation to generation. Thank you for watching our show today on United States Navy Awards. We hope you enjoyed it as much as we did preparing it for you. See you next time on Veterans Medals Workshop.